In this video, we'll discuss about necrosis. Necrosis is death of cell and tissue in the living animals. It is defined as localized area of death. Localized area of death of tissue followed later by degradation of tissue by hydrolytic enzyme liberated from dead cell. So here hydrolytic enzyme. It is invariable accompanied by inflammatory reaction. Whenever the cells is there, cells are homeostasis. Whenever stress will come to cell, whether it may be physiological or pathological stress, first thing cell undergo cellular adaptation. Second things it go to reversible cell injury. Third things irreversible cell injury, that is called cell death. Two type of cell death, apoptosis and necrosis. Apoptosis previously discussed. In this video we'll discuss about necrosis. So that death of cell and tissue in living animals. Apoptosis means caspase enzyme activate degraded cell into apoptotic bodies. Here hydrolytic enzyme will get activated, which will cause degradation of tissue, bursting of cell. Here inflammation takes place. Apoptosis, no leakage, no inflammation, but here both are futures. So necrosis usually affected a group of apoptotic cell, individual cell only affected, single cell only affected. Here group of cells will affected. These are inflammatory changes in that surrounding tissue. Next, types of necrosis. There are 5 different type of necrosis. Apoptosis can be physiological or pathological. Here only pathological, not physiological. So coagulative necrosis, colliquative or liquefactive necrosis, caseous necrosis, fat necrosis, and fibrinoid necrosis. These are the 5 different type of necrosis. Coagulative, colliquative, it is otherwise called as liquefactive necrosis, caseous necrosis, fat necrosis, fibrinoid necrosis. So this one is the outline, this one is the cell. So this is the outline of that cell. This outline name is called as architecture of that cell. Inside cytoplasm is presented, nuclear is presented. So here few cell having pink, blue or white color. Okay, cytoplasm. So outline of that cell name is called as architecture. Now we'll see that cytoplasm of that cell. Cytoplasm of that cell which have pink color cytoplasm, fewer granules, fewer A granules. So cytoplasm of the cells is different. This is known as cytoplasmic detail. So third one is nuclear detail. Some cells have circular, some have oval, and some have dark, and some are have condensed. So various cell have various nuclear detailed. So a cell means we want to look at 3 important features, looking 3 different type of detail. One is outline, shape of that cell. Second one is cytoplasm, color or granules. Third one is nucleus, color or granules, shape or position. Human body have various size of cells. More than 100 type of cells human body having. Among 100, 3 details are very important. 3 details vary. That are architecture, cytoplasm and nuclear. Based on that, we have 5 different type of necrosis. First one is coagulative necrosis. What is coagulative necrosis? Um, Among 5 different types, this one is the most common one. Most common type of necrosis. Architecture outline present, but cellular and nuclear detail are lost. So this cell look like a ghost. Or thus Thompson appearance. Type of tissue can be recognized. Denaturation of structure and enzyme, protein block, proteolysis. So that architectural here also outline are still maintained, but inside that cytoplasm and nucleus detail are lost because of cell death. Only architectural detail still here, so looking like a ghost. So it is also known as tombstone appearance. Only outline there, inside nothing. Other detail, so outline detail only presented. Look here, stone, so it is called as tombstone appearance. This one is the normal cell, this one is the coagulative necrosis. Outline of that both are same, but cytoplasmic and nucleus changes. Next, what are the causes? Causes of coagulative necrosis. Ischemia of all organ except brain. Also, this is the body organ. Any organ of that body, it may be liver, kidney, spleen, heart, intestine. All organs receive blood via arteries. Via arteries. So it will receive less blood because of obstruction. This organ receive less blood. Ischemia, obstruction, it will receive less blood, the cells of organ will die. So inside that cell of organ will die because of less blood supply. So it will die by coagulative necrosis. Because of less blood supply, organ will die except brain. So this one is the brain. Here obstruction will causes because of liquefactive necrosis. All other organ coagulative necrosis except brain. Brain cell death will happen because of liquefactive necrosis. Crossly, the organ is pale and swollen. Microscopically pale and swollen. Microscopically there is the junction. So here junction, this one is the inflammatory cell, this one is the normal kidney cell. See here that architecture is presented, nucleus is presented, cytoplasm is presented. Here only architecture only presented, that nucleus and cytoplasm disappear. This one is the in between junction. Here inflammatory cell is presented. So cells are looking at tombstone, that is outline is recognized. Cytoplasmic and nuclear detail are lost. The cell are swollen and more pink in color. Second one is colliquative or liquefactive necrosis. Liquefaction, hydrolytic enzyme in tissue degradation have a dominant role in causing semi-fluid material. Okay, it causing because of hydrolytic enzyme, it causes semi-fluid material. Here architecture detail also disappear. So all the three things will disappear. architectural as well as cytoplasmic and nuclear detail are disappear. Here, where is architecture, where is cytoplasm, where is that nucleus? All the three things, architecture, cytoplasm and nucleus, disappear. All group of cells is converted into semi-liquid material. Okay, everything lost here. Causes because of bacteria or infection. If any organ of the cell, okay, this one is the organ of the cells or tissue, bacteria will enter. Bacteria will kill the cell with the help of liquefaction, necrosis. Then crossly affected area is soft with liquefied center containing necrotic debris. Necrotic debris. Here organ will containing cyst containing liquefied center from inside brain. So here that center, liquefied material. This brain inside cyst containing liquefied material. So this is the cross. Microscopically, this one is the normal brain cell. Here neuron is presented. This one, here everything disappear. Nucleus, cytoplasm, architecture disappear. So here only blue dot only is presented. This one is the debris. So this one in between junction, here inflammatory cell is presented. This one is the blood capillaries. This one is the that lymphocytes. This one is the inflammatory cell. In between junction, this one is the normal. This one is the liquefactive necrosis. So microscopically, liquefactive necrosis, no architectural detail. After that, everything's here disappear. Third one is caseous necrosis. Caseous, it is a Greek word that meaning, caseous means look like a cheese. Here dead tissue is converted into homogeneous granular mass resembling cottage cheese. Their architectural detail as well as cytoplasmic and nuclear detail are lost. So architectural detail is lost, cytoplasmic and nuclear detail are lost. So here all the things will converted into liquefied material. Architectural, cytoplasmic and nuclear are disappear. Cells is converted into debris. This one associated with the causes associated with 2 bacterium and 2 fungus. Remaining all the bacterium causing liquefactive necrosis. Here Mycobacterium tuberculosis, syphilis, 2 bacterium, Histoplasma coccidioidomycosis, 2 fungus will causes this caseous necrosis. Crossly resemble like a dry cheese. These are soft, granular and yellowish. Dry cheese, soft, granular, yellowish in color. Microscopically, this one is the viable lymphoid tissue. Okay, this one is the lymphoid tissue. This one is caseous necrosis. Here special type of inflammation, that name is called as granulomatous inflammation. Next, fat necrosis. These are the 2 special type of necrosis, fat and fibrinoid necrosis. It is a special form of cell death occurring mainly fat rich anatomical location of human body. What are the Part 3 important part. One is first pancreas and intestine. Any of three organ have drama result necrosis. Cells of the organs will die because of deposition of fat. Causes pancreatic acute pancreatitis or traumatic in breast. Crossly, it looking like a yellowish white. Necrosed fat look like a cloudy appearance. Last one is fibrinoid necrosis. It takes place in that wall of blood vessels. We know this one 3 layer of blood vessels. It is characterized by deposition of fibrin-like material which has the staining property of fibrin. Fibrin-like material is deposited in that wall of that blood vessels. Microscopically, this one caused because of injury of blood vessels. So this one microscopically, see here, this one is the lumen of blood vessels containing blood. This whole things is that media part. In this one middle part, fibrinoid deposition. Okay, thread like fibrin like material deposition of that blood vessels. So in this video discussed necrosis, 5 different type of necrosis. What is the difference between apoptosis and necrosis? Coagulative, colliquative, caseous, fat and fibrinoid necrosis. C double F. So this one coagulative necrosis, ghost or tombstone appearance. This one is the normal coagulative necrosis. Causes ischemia of blood vessels. It will affect all the organ means coagulative. Only brain means liquefactive necrosis. This one example of kidney cell. Second one is colliquative or liquefactive necrosis. This one affected brain part, mainly bacteria. Caseous necrosis, 2 bacterium, 2 fungus, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, syphilis, Histoplasma coccidioidomycosis. Next, fat necrosis, fat accumulated area, death of adipose tissue causing fat necrosis. Next one is fibrinoid necrosis. It will affected wall of blood vessels because of injury or immunological injury of blood vessels like vasculitis, autoimmune disorder, Arthur's reaction. So thread-like fibrinoid deposition, it causes fibrinoid necrosis. Thanks for watching.